What's up, guys? Today I'm going to take you through a quick dip workout for beginners. Basically, I'm going to show you guys how to scale up your skills, how you can keep going, how you can sort of work your way up from being very basic to being able to do planches, things like that on the dip bar, or even trying to do handstands on the dip bar. So let's get right to it. What's up, guys? Today I'm going to take you through a quick dip workout for beginners. All you're going to need is a home planche parallel that you can do your dip workouts on. Some people call it dip bars. I'll put a link down below. I'm trying to put you guys on this because I'm telling you, this made my chest development so much easier. Getting used to doing dips, working my way up to doing weighted dips. My chest and my triceps really paid dividends getting these in. Now I want to sort of bless you guys in that same way and really help you guys take it to the next level. So let's get right to it. Okay, guys, so since you are beginners, I don't want you to go extremely hard. I don't want you to go too hard. So we're gonna be close to the end right here. Just because as a beginner, you want to make sure that you're not completely wiped out. When you're putting a beginner through their workout for the first time, they're gonna not want to come back if they're extremely sore. They can't function right if their chest and triceps are dead the next day. So I try not to really ease people in. I try not to really throw people in too fast. Or if I'm working out or if I'm taking a friend or my older brother, I've been getting him in the gym as well. When I really try to get him in there, I try to really ease his way in there. He's gonna be sore, but he's not gonna be terribly sore to where he's not gonna make it back the next day, all right? So next, all I need you guys beginners to do is just hold it just like this. Hold it right here for about 30 seconds. It's not too much. You might feel a little pressure in your hands. And then get right here and hold this for about 30 to 60 seconds. Really as long as you can, somewhat. I would say you don't gotta go too hard, but really as long as you feel that you can really hold this. Actually, for a beginner, it might be a little harder, so I'll bring it down to about 10 to 15. But really just experiment, learn your body, get used to training like this, and try to stay open to new training methods. Really focus on adapting things, not having any weak points, and really be honest with yourself. Once you get a few months into training, really take a look at your body, really max out on every exercise, and see what your weak points are. Like for me specifically, my shoulders are a weak point, and I think my hamstrings are a bit underdeveloped compared to my quads, while my chest is my strong point. My abs have always been there, and my quads are pretty big. So really just be mindful of where you're lacking and where you're excelling. But I say still go hard either way every time you're training. Even if you got a really strong body part, try not to favor one body part more than the other. Even though, of course, I like to hit arms and chest way more, I try to keep it simple. I try to keep everything proportional, and it's gonna help you out in the long run. All right, guys, so now we're gonna get into the actual workout. Basically, I just explained the reasoning and methodology between my training and why you guys should implement this in your daily routine whenever you're training. So when you know what to do, when you know why you should be doing it, there it is. So really just sort of put that in your daily routine whenever you're training your dips, whenever you're trying to hit your chest, whenever you're trying to get stronger in your calisthenics and your pushing movements. I'm telling you guys, just try those daily. Now for the beginner exercises, okay, so we're gonna start off, do 50% of your max dips. For beginners, it's pretty simple. Now, if you're a bit more advanced, add some weight onto that. So if your max dips is like some ridiculous number, try a weighted dip, get a weighted vest, get a backpack, put some water in it, put something in it that's gonna weigh you down and really push your levels, right? So if you can do like 15 dips, just do about 8 to 7 dips just to get yourself going and get into it. Make sure your dips you're keeping it strict. Now, I really don't like to go super deep. I like to get like 90 degrees, just like that, 90 degrees. I don't like going super deep because I feel like it's not best for your tendons, but to each its own, right? So after you complete that, then you're gonna rest a little bit, rest 30 to 60 seconds, then you're gonna go right into a bent arm hold. So basically, you're just gonna get bent arm and just hold that for about 10, 15 seconds for beginners. But if it's too easy for you for 10 to 15 seconds, then up that time a little bit. You don't want to go into total failure, but you want to push yourself enough to where you're feeling the resistance. And because this isn't time to burn out, this is still very beginning. So 10, 15, maybe 30 seconds even if it's not too much for you. But if it is too much, just do 5 seconds. Or if you can't even hold it that long, do it like this. Hold it, put your feet on the ground, hold it, feet on the ground, hold it, feet on the ground, just like that, till you work your way up to about 10, 15 seconds altogether. I'm telling you guys, this is a real method that takes beginners to the next level, and it's so easy to do. You just gotta be consistent. consistency is where it's at. You're never gonna get the physique you want. You're never gonna get as strong as you want if you're not day in, day out doing this, okay? So after we do our bent arms, then we're just gonna focus on our scapulas. So just like this, get those scapulas going. Just control it. Maybe even slow it down a little bit. Maybe I'm going a little too fast. So when you catch yourself, messing something up a little bit, slow it down, try to control it. You're gonna get about 10 to 15 of those as well. Now this is a really new muscle for people who are first getting used to training. But when you're doing your handstands, when you're doing other movements, your scapula is getting used so much. And I'm telling you guys, I wish I started off doing more scapular work, because it really bridges everything together. That's what's gonna keep you safe. That's gonna keep you from injury. And that's probably one of the reasons why I've never had any sort of major injuries. I think the worst injury I've ever had is like an ankle sprain. And that's just because I jump high and when I used to hoop. I don't hoop no more. But that's the process, guys, okay? So after we're getting those in, now we're gonna work on a new skill. Basically, it's gonna be the L sit. But you're not just gonna hold the L sit. You're just gonna try to kick up just like that. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna do about 10 times. If it's too much for you to kick up with your legs out, then bend your knee just like that. Bring it up just like that. Because this will get you to the L sit and this will get you to the V up. Now this is really good for mobility, and it also carries over into a lot of athleticism. So really just get used to, doing the movement and trying not to cramp up when you're keeping your legs straight. Right, so you can do that. If you're doing the knee variation, you're gonna do about 20 to 15. And if you're doing the straight leg variation, I want you to do 8 to 12, right? So after you complete that, and remember, you're gonna be resting 30 to 60 seconds between each of these. So it's not too long of a rest period. I like to really focus on that endurance when I'm training my calisthenics. But after we do our rest, then we're gonna go right here, straight leg, and try to get that for about 10, 15 seconds. Really just get used to holding that position. When you first try it, it's gonna hurt. A lot of it is core. I honestly feel it more in my core and my triceps. And a big part of it is just getting used to not cramping up in your quads. Because you will cramp up eventually doing this, at least once or twice. So just get yourself prepared for that. And once you get used to doing that, once you get over that, once it doesn't cramp up as much, you should be golden, but you gotta get through the growing pains. All right, guys, so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and comment down below what you want to see next. I want to make sure I'm getting more consistent. I want to make sure I'm keep going hard, and really just keep believing in myself. Really just keep pushing, because fitness is something I'm always gonna do regardless of if I'm recording it or not. But I really want to show you guys how I developed. You guys can look back at me when I first started working out at like 18. Now, my birthday, I'm 22. So, it's been a quick journey, I say, but I feel like I've been consistent. I've never missed any sort of workouts. So really just be mindful of that and really continue to push yourself. Now, it's gonna feel like it's gonna take forever to get there, but really when you look back at it, the time doesn't pass when you really fall in love with what you're doing, you feel me? And I love training. It's one of my passions, and I feel like everyone should sort of appreciate their body. Now, you don't gotta train as hard as me, but continue to push yourself, continue to get more used to it. And when you really get into it, when you get in your zone, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be perfect for you, and you're gonna appreciate that you started. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.